All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and our apostles of great millstone taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. I'm the brother Iwalumia from the GMS Chicago branch here in Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. Dear Lord willing, I hope it be edifying. As you can see on your screen, it's a lot of things going on around the world. As we approach these end days, Ecuador's economy has just now completely crashed. As you can see from the title, it says violent clashes continue in Ecuador over rising food and gas prices. Right, hyperinflation is setting in. Gas prices are going up. As America is soon to follow. Because we're on the verge of this whole society, not only here in America but globally, is on the verge of collapse. So America is just soon to follow. So I'm gonna play this clip and I'm gonna jump into some precepts.
Panic has replaced peace on the streets of Ecuador's capital. Quito, a city of 2 million, now virtually at a standstill as violent clashes between protesters, police, and soldiers continue into their second week. Today, demonstrators have set fire to tires, creating a haze in the midst of the chaos. Thousands of protesters supporting indigenous groups are demanding gasoline prices be cut by 45 cents to $2.10 a gallon. Similar price controls on food products and a larger budget for education.
Y hay que decir también a las autoridades del Cantón Quito, aquí nosotros no entramos a hacer vandalismo. Con la figura y con la estrategia de los últimos años.
Right, just to add on also, these are Israelites, the Northern Kingdom, if it's happened over there in Ecuador the way that it is, just imagine how bad America is going to get. Because you have to realize the American people or the American population as a whole, are very spoiled because Americans tend to what? Americans tend to get things cheap. A lot of here in America, life has been easy for the majority of these people. Just look back, pre what's the word for it? Pre Crown Royal 19. So when this society completely collapsed, a lot of these people would not know what to do. And this is just the first sign of everything that's to come.
Han instalado el miedo en la ciudad de Quito.
So far, attempts at negotiation have failed, and with each passing day, tension grows.
No a la violencia, por favor, no a la violencia.
No to the violence could be heard in one video shared online as riot police fired tear gas at demonstrators. The country's president, Guillermo Lasso, spoke days before contracting COVID-19, further complicating negotiation efforts. He's attacked the indigenous groups leading the demonstrations. Late today, the country's president called the violence an attempted coup.
Está comprobado que la intención verdadera de los violentos es generar un golpe de Estado y por eso hacemos un llamado a la comunidad internacional para advertir de este intento de desestabilizar la democracia en el Ecuador.
The indigenous groups have distanced themselves from the looting and destruction of property. Since the protests began, 3 people have died and hundreds have been injured.
Nosotros seguimos haciendo el llamado al diálogo.
And right, with everything going on with Roe versus Wade, and things like that that's happening globally, it's just not, these people is going to take it a step further, because we know that these are, the plans of the global elite, that run this world. In a minute, it's going to start getting more violent. It's going to get more violent. You see, these jakes throwing rocks, at the police and things like that. In a minute, it's going to be bullets. You can read about that in 2 Ezra 15. But I just want to jump into a precept real quick. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It's woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe meaning destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. Right, talking about the people. Because it's a lot of calamities that's it's gonna come or befall. To come upon this world. Death and destruction that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bringing. Through the he's using the global elites to do that. Planned famines. Food prices going up, gas prices going up, the cost of living is going up. The Lord is bringing pure hail and destruction to the people of the world. Mainly, it's going to strike here in America the worst. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right. With the cost of living going up, you're going to have a lot of these people in these different countries, rioting and fighting against their government. But let's go back up to 15. We're going to break it down. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." Right. We know a sword is an instrument of to do damage, whether it be a gun, whether it be a any type of weapon, to do harm. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another." Right, a lot of these people, is going to fight against another. Whether it be a clash of ideals or whatever the case may be. You know, and we're going to see a lot of that. As we approach, the end of the society. It says, "And one people shall stand up and fight against another," and we're seeing that right now. The Lord is bringing mass division to this place. But that's another topic, that I'm gonna actually do, regarding this whole, Roe versus Wade. It says, "And shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Or like I said, first, in the video, you seeing Jake throwing rocks at the police, the Northern Kingdom, but in a minute, it's going to be bullets. Both bullets is going to be flying from both sides. You know, it's going to be bloody. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes." Right, your mayor, your presidents, your senator, whatever the case may be, your government. That's what these people, the people is fighting against the government. As you can see, let's go back to the video. Uh, Salakia. But going back into the title, it says violent clashes continuing. Salakia. It says violent clashes continue in Ecuador with rising food and gas prices. Right. This is why those Jakes, in Ecuador, is fighting against their government right now because of what the rising food and gas prices. You know, and like I said, America is going to be soon to follow, because like I said, the American people, as a whole, are is spoiled. You know, so these are this is signs of what's to come to this place, America. And it says, verse 17 says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Right? Because what we're seeing right now is what these global elites, of Esau Edom, they're basically putting the problem out there, and they're ultimately going to come in with a solution. So all these things that you're seeing right now, Roe versus Wade, Lord will I can do a lesson on that. Hyperinflation, global famines that's to come. All this is being set up, through the hands of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yahweh Shemel Shai is using the elites, to basically plan all these things. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I wanted to get for that one. Let's continue. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 9:3. It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world," right? We're seeing that right now. We're seeing earthquakes in different places around the world, and there's the point in uproars of the people in the world. Right? We're seeing uproars of the people in the world in a major way. Rising gas prices, people, protesting. It's a protest going on in every country of the world. Hyperinflation. You know, it's so much going on right now, and that's how you know that the how about Shemi Shai is moving, and that's how we know that we're at the end of a total collapse of this society. And like I said, America is soon to follow, and that's how we know we're at the last of the last days. Verse 4 says, "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." Right? How about Shemi Shai spoke about these things from the beginning. Uproars of the people. famines, earthquakes, and then Yahweh Shem Shai is doing a so-called white man to do that, you know, as it says in Revelation 12 and 12, because he have showing great wrath, because he know if he have but a short time, you know. This is the book of First Thessalonians 5 and 3, and I'm gonna end it off with this one. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Right. That's we're and a lot of these people is moving out of that peace and safety mindset, because that's what a lot of these people in America has been for a long time now. That in that peace and safety mindset, you have a lot of people, a lot of government officials basically talking about that everything is going to be okay. Despite the rise in gas prices or hyperinflation, the cost of food going up. You know, they said the economy is in a good spot despite all these things that are happening. So that's them talking what that peace and safety. So let's read it again. This is the book of First Thessalonians 5 and 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then shall destruction come up upon them." Right, just as I seen, put up the video of Ecuador, how those people is fighting back against their government. You know, it says then shall destruction come upon them. Right, it's going to come upon this place the most heaviest. That death and destruction come up upon them. Right, talking about the people as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right, the masses of these people in America is going to die. A majority of these people in America is going to die. You know, the only ones that's going to escape the hell that's to come is the hopeful righteous elect. The 1/3, the 144,000 and the 1/3. You know, millions of people in America is going to die. From the controlled famines, from the pestilences, uproars of the people, sedition among men. It's going to get deadly out here in these streets. And with the collapse of Ecuador society, America is soon to follow. So with that being said, I hope it was edifying. I want to end out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, taught us the truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord willing, I hope this is edifying. And until next time, Wah Ababa Ba.